TikTok shop listings showing up in Google results? Amazon posts can be now made into sponsored brand ads. The most famous Amazon aggregator has filed for bankruptcy. These stories and more on this week's Weekly Buzz. How cool is that? Pretty cool, I think. Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of the Serious Sellers Podcast by Helium 10. I am your host, Bradley Sutton, and this is the show that is our Helium 10 Weekly Buzz, where we give you a rundown on all the news stories and goings-on in the Amazon, Walmart, e-commerce world. And we also let you know what new tools that Helium 10 has released, and we also give you a training tip of the week that'll give you serious strategies for serious sellers of any level in the e-commerce world. Let's see what's buzzing. For 2 weeks in a row now, not too many articles, couple of big ones out there, a couple of interesting ones for sure. We're going to hop right into it, but make sure to stay to the end. We got a really cool training tip from Shivali, and we also have a pretty cool new feature update from Helium 10. So let's go ahead and go into the first article here, and this is from Modern Retail, and it's entitled TikTok Shop Listings Are Surfacing on Google Shopping. Right? Have you seen that in Google? This article talks about how listings from TikTok Shop have begun to pop up in Google Shopping, especially results for beauty and skincare products. So through Google searches for trendy beauty products like nail art or Dior lip oil dupe, results now feature links that go directly to smaller sellers on TikTok Shop. And the actual TikTok team did confirm that this is something that TikTok is dabbling in. Now, this to me was a little bit interesting because, like traditional keyword research tools, like Helium 10 for Amazon, don't necessarily don't have as much oomph, right, for TikTok Shop because it relies on so much virality, right? TikTok, kind of like influencers are the ones who have like these viral posts, and that's what sends tons of traffic to videos. It's not like, oh, let me get to page one for a certain hashtag on TikTok, right, for TikTok Shop. But this could be interesting depending on how Google is indexing some of these products and how TikTok Shop is integrating. Now, all of a sudden, it could open up a new thing for keyword research on TikTok Shop, so you can get some maybe outside traffic that don't come from other TikTok videos directly to your TikTok Shop. So pretty interesting stuff. It would be definitely worth taking a look at in the future. Next article is actually not an article, but it was a post from our buddy Jeff Cohen from Amazon. And this was from his LinkedIn last week. Just in case you guys missed it, it was from a few days ago, but I missed it the first couple of days that it came out. But you can now have high-performing Amazon posts, which are free, as you guys know. You can now convert them into sponsored brand ads. All right. So right in the ads console in Post Manager, you can just take an Amazon post that's doing really well and make it a sponsored brand ad. Now, this hasn't been rolled out to everybody yet. So go ahead and check. Go into the Post Manager in your Seller Central ad console. Click on the boost button if you see it, and then you're going to be directed to the sponsored brand campaign builder to review the creative settings. So in his LinkedIn post that we'll link to below, you'll be able to see kind of like some graphics of how it might look. But that is going to be interesting if you can turn your Amazon post into sponsored brand ads. Next article is from restoftheworld.org or restofworld.org, I should say. Again, about TikTok. And, it seems like I've been beating a dead horse for almost 2 years now about how U.S. consumers haven't really adopted live shopping, right? Well, this article says Chinese TikTok experts are teaching Americans how to sell. And it says, convinced a live stream shopping boom in the West is inevitable, entrepreneurs are sharing Chinese playbooks with aspiring U.S. influencers. And there is just one kind of like tidbit here, guys, that blew me away. Listen to this quote right here. In China, 25% of online sales in 2023 took place through live streams. Let that sink in, guys. 25%. I mean, if you think about all of online sales in America, like the minor ones, like Walmart and others, is not even 25%. A lot less. But out of every single thing that was sold online in China in 2023, again, let it sink in, 25% were from live streams. Now, I don't think America will ever get to that number. Absolutely not, right? But I mean, it would be kind of crazy if it even got up to like 5%. 10% might be asking for too much. If it gets up to 5%, that's going to be, something that's going to be pretty, I think, big. And that's what these people are banking on. So this article talks about how they've got these agencies that are training influencers on how to do like TikTok shop lives, perhaps some Amazon lives, etc. Here's one agency that has more than 10 streamers in the US. So these are kind of like streamer factories that they're pumping out, and they're giving them the literal Chinese playbook. Like the documents they get is in Chinese, and then it has English translation. Now, one of these agencies said, hey, on a regular day, there's about 100 people watching simultaneously. So this is even the agency. It just shows you how much it hasn't really taken off in America. The professionals can only get like 100 people watching a live stream live. But it says that some days the streams can attract over 1,000 viewers at the same time. Now, thinking about the cultural differences of how different things work, one influencer said, hey, I saw many Chinese live stream sellers screaming at the top of their lungs, counting down until a product is live to encourage rush buying. And this person said, I don't think that's going to work in the US. American customers don't like to be told what to do, or just because somebody's yelling at them, right? But this influencer who has been doing lives here in America on TikTok Shop, she says that she closed over 200 orders on her third day on the job, worth more than with $11,000 worth of products in one afternoon. So again, it's not like completely dead. It's just nothing compared to what's going on in China. But everybody keeps saying, hey, we expect this thing to take off in America sometime. So it's something that I think, Amazon sellers, e-commerce sellers should be kind of paying attention to what's going on. If we're selling on Amazon, Amazon already has Amazon Live. Walmart probably will come out with something if it kind of takes off. And then obviously it's a big part of TikTok Shop. So do you have a plan ready to go for if live shopping starts taking off? I think it would be great, because it's kind of something that's going to be net new. I think it's going to have a lot of impulse buying if it starts taking off. And it's not like it's just going to take away from your sales that you would already get during search. It's going to be like net new sales for Amazon sellers if this ever takes off. Speaking of Amazon, going some more sad news. Going to CNBC, says top Amazon aggregator Thrasio files for bankruptcy. Now, there wasn't too much information in this article. I don't understand the whole bankruptcy thing. I know it's not good, but basically what it says here is that the company agreed with lenders to shave off about $495 million off of its debt load. Doesn't take a bankruptcy specialist to understand $500 million is a lot of money. And some creditors committed to provide it with up to $90 million in fresh capital, which it said will go towards ongoing operations and enable to keep running brands as its portfolio. So all the brands that it bought, it's not like, oh my goodness, they're all going to just run out of stock and go out of business. It still looks like it's going to keep going. But this is like, for those of us who have been in the Amazon game for a few years, it might be kind of, for some of us, maybe not a shock, because we could see some things coming. But if somebody were to tell us 3 years ago, or whenever Thrasio was at their peak, hey, they're going to be bankrupt in a couple years, like we were probably like, no way. It seems like they've growing money on trees over there, right? But just the state of the world that we're in, there's still a lot of people who are buying and selling Amazon businesses. All right, that model of buying and selling Amazon business is absolutely not dead. Make sure to check out a recent Kevin King podcast, AMPM podcast, which talked about this model still going strong. Last article of the day is coming from e-commerce Bytes. And for those of you, if you're like me and sell on Etsy, something real small, it says monthly fees may be coming for Etsy sellers. I didn't even realize there was no monthly fees. So I don't really think this is big. I mean, we're all used to it. We pay Walmart, right? We pay Amazon a monthly fee. I don't even know how much I pay Amazon right now. It's like, what, $30, $40, $50? Don't really care, because Etsy sellers are kind of like scared that this fee might come. But if you're scared about a $20 a month fee or a $10 a month fee, you probably shouldn't be selling on the platform. But still, hey, money is money. We got to count all our money. So this is something to watch out for if you are an Etsy seller. All right, a couple of things before we get into a really cool feature update I wanted to remind you of is, a couple weeks ago for the first time in over a year, Helium 10 Elite is open. So remember, with Helium 10 Elite, you can have one-on-one calls with me, one-on-one calls with Carrie and Shivali, hop on private trainings with Kevin King twice a month. One where he gives you the 7 ninja hacks and brings on expert guests, and another one with just him where you can literally face-to-face ask Kevin King anything you want. A lot more perks, private networking, big events that we do around the world. We just did one in Germany. We're going to do one in Madrid, Spain in a couple of months. So all of this for only $99 extra a month. So if you're interested in more information about the Helium 10 Elite program, go to h10.me/elite, h10.me/elite. And once you sign up for Elite, make sure the first thing you do is go ahead and book a one-on-one call with me. I'd love to help you out with what you need. Now, if you speak other languages, we have some other networking calls coming up that are completely free, open to anybody. If you speak Spanish, we have our monthly networking Zoom call coming up with Adriana. So make sure to sign up at h10.me, h10.me/llamada con Adriana. So h10.me/llamada con Adriana. And that's the link to go to that call, which is just going to be in a couple of days. And if you sprechen Sie Deutsch, if you speak German, the one that you want to sign up for our monthly call happening this weekend is h10.me/elite, ELITE -DE. h10.me/elite-DE. All right, next up, we have a new feature alert from Helium 10. Pretty cool feature that a lot of people have been asking for. So you're in your Helium 10 account. You might see some insights from Insights dashboard about your competitor has lowered their price. They've raised their price. Competitor is out of stock. Competitor is running a coupon. Your sales are going up, your inventory is going up, your inventory is going down, all these different things you can see inside of Helium 10's dashboard, right? Well, on some of these things, the action that you might want to take is you might want to raise your price or lower your price that is appearing on Amazon. And sometimes you might want to go ahead and do that to a big group of products. Like maybe you're selling leggings, like my buddy Isaac in Israel. I mean, he's got hundreds and hundreds of SKUs. Some product lines have 100 SKUs with all the different colors and all the different sizes. When he wants to go change his price, it's like a very tedious task to do inside of Seller Central. Well, that's why I'm happy to introduce that on your Insights dashboard, now you can go ahead and change the price directly from your dashboard. So what you do is you go down to your product table, make sure that you're on the SKU view, and then you can go to like listing and you'll see this column that says price. So first of all, you click this button and you'll be able to see the history of the price. But right directly here in Helium 10, you can go ahead and one by one enter a price. So if you watched Carrie's training last week, maybe you saw how to do tags in your dashboard where maybe you give all of your coffin shelves a tag. That's what I did here. So I can click on coffin shelf. All of my coffin shelves appear automatically here. I can select everything and then I can hit this button, edit price, and then go ahead and put the price that I want to put all of them at once. And it's going to go ahead and update in Seller Central. There's a lot of use cases for this. I would think that the bulk one is especially appealing because that really is not easy to do inside of Seller Central. And especially for those of you who've got a lot of variations, you just want to say, hey, all 60 of these variations, I want the new price to be $12.97 or whatever. Instead of going one by one, do it with just a couple clicks of the button. Let us know what you think of this product. Would you like to see some other feature? Me personally, when I saw it, I was like, hey, I want to be able to see or be able to maybe make a sale price. I don't want to lower my price too much, but I would like to be able to make a sale price with a beginning and end date. Other people have asked for coupons. I'm not sure if that's even available for Helium 10 to do, but if that's something that you want us to try and investigate, make sure to reach out to customer support and let them know what you think of this new tool, but give it a try. Next time you want to change your price for one product or multi-products, go ahead and do it directly inside of Helium 10 without even having to go to Seller Central. So pretty cool update there. All right, last up, we have got a really quick hitting tip from Shivali. So maybe you're examining some of your competitors and you want to know what is their PPC strategy. How are they allocating their spend? Now, you might not be able to just hack into their account and see their Seller Central advertising console, right? But using Helium 10, there's a cool way that within seconds, you can pretty much see all of their strategy. Check it out in this video.
Hi there. Let's talk about how you can analyze your competitor's PPC strategy so you can figure out which keywords and phrases you want to go after. Theoretically, let's say you found a good seller in your niche that's generating decent volume. What you could do is run a single search on Cerebro, as we've done here with this product, which is the Goer GIF wood coffin tray. And then you could slide over to check out the keyword distribution. The keyword distribution tells us we have 646 paid terms for this ASIN, of which, by hovering over the eye icon, we can see that 287 are for sponsored product placements, 41 are in highly rated spots, and 318 are sponsored brand video. What's cool is we can filter for those match types. Let's say I wanted to check out which keywords or phrases is this ASIN running sponsored brand videos on. I could go ahead and select that, tap out, click apply filters, and you'll see that we have 318 filtered keywords right here. How cool is that? Pretty cool, I think. Or let's say that instead of sponsored brand video, you are interested in just the regular PPC keywords and phrases. I could change out my match type to sponsored product, click apply, and all of a sudden the 287 placements for sponsored product are now visible. You could always further refine this search by inputting in something like a minimum of 200 for search volume and a sponsored filter of 1 to 5. This is going to show us which keywords they seem to be concentrating their PPC spend on. Applying just a couple more filters takes us from 287 filtered keywords down to a more feasible 22. Of course, as sellers, we wouldn't be bidding top of search unless those keywords are actually profitable. So now you can use this information to your own advantage. This contrasts to this other ASIN we have here, where you can instantly see they're not running any paid ads. We have 0 for all of these placements across the board. Now compare that to this last ASIN, where we have 22 for paid search. And guys, anytime you see such few keywords underneath paid, then you're probably looking at an ASIN that's not running any auto, phrase, or broad match campaigns. And you can leverage this information, especially if that ASIN is in similar standing to your product. You can figure out whether that's something you want to duplicate or completely stay away from. All this to say, there is so much you can do with Cerebro. We have so many filters, and I just showed you match type. Make sure that you go in and do this for your own products to figure out maybe how you want to change up your strategy or what are some new keywords and phrases you want to add. I'll see you next time.
All right. Thank you, Shivali, for that. That's actually pretty cool. Did you guys know that you can pretty much reverse engineer some of your competitors' exact strategy, especially those who aren't doing broad or phrase or auto campaigns? So make sure you guys are utilizing that. A lot of those features are available to any level of Helium 10. Well, that's it for this week's Weekly Buzz, guys. We'll see you next week to see what's buzzing.